Hello, welcome to Learn English with Pallavi Dhingra. Today we are going to study a very important topic in English grammar, that is tenses. Now, why we study tenses? Because tenses tells us about time, that in which time we have to use which tense. So now we are going to learn about this, and it's a very important topic in English grammar, which most of you struggle in. It tells us about time. And before I continue further, I request you to take a notebook and a pen and keep on making the notes. You can learn the tenses with me. Daily I will be uploading one video of every tense starting from the first tense today. Alright, we will be studying in very detail, which will make all your doubts clarify about the tenses. Okay, now let us learn how many types of tenses are there. Though mainly there are three types of tenses: present tense, past tense and future tense. But as I mentioned here, we are going to study in detail. So there are in total 12 types of tenses. You can write down with me and make your notes. Here I am writing the name of all the 12 tenses. Number one, we call it as simple present, or it is also called present indefinite. So we can call this tense as simple present or present indefinite. Number two, another tense we call it as present continuous. Present continuous. Also we call this tense as present progressive. So suppose if I say present continuous or if I mention present progressive, both means the same. Now the third tense which we are going to learn today is present perfect. Present perfect. And the fourth tense in the present series is present perfect continuous. Present perfect continuous. Also, I can say it as present perfect progressive. Present perfect progressive. Okay, so these are the four tenses which you are going to study in the category of present. Now, next, it is about past. So, what I'm going to do, wherever I have written present, in place of present, I will write past. Suppose, here let me erase the serial numbers. So till here we have written till four tenses. Now the fifth tense, sixth tense, seventh and eighth. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to erase all the presents over here. You can just look for it. I'm just going to remove only all the presents. And in place of present, what I'm going to do, I will just write past. So the number fifth tense is simple past, or I can say it as past indefinite. Okay, now number six, it is past continuous. Also, I can say it as past progressive. The number seven tense is past perfect. And the eighth tense is past perfect continuous or past perfect progressive. So now here we are done with the 8 tenses, the name of the 8 tenses. Now the further series will come for the future tense. So here also I'm going to do the same. Let me first remove the serial numbers. We have done till 7, so 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th. And here I'm going to remove past, and in place of past I will write future. So that will make up our another 4 tenses. So I'm just going to remove the past from here. Okay, so now the number 9 tense over here will be simple future, or I can also call it as future indefinite. And the 10th tense over here is future continuous, and also I can say it as future progressive. And the 11th tense over here is future perfect. And the last, the 12th tense that we are going to learn is future perfect continuous or future perfect progressive. So in total, there are 12 tenses. I'm just going to repeat the names of all the tenses. Okay, now I'm going to say the name of all the tenses in the order once again. Number one, simple present or present indefinite. Second, it is present continuous or present progressive. And the third, it is present perfect. Fourth, it is present perfect continuous or present perfect progressive. And the fifth, it is simple past or past indefinite. And then it is sixth, it is past continuous or past progressive. And then it is eighth will be past perfect. Then it is past perfect continuous or past perfect progressive. Then it is simple future or future indefinite. And then the 11th will be future continuous or future progressive. And then 11th will be future perfect. And 12th will be future perfect continuous or future perfect progressive. I hope till here you might have mentioned or you got it in your mind that how many types of tenses, and you could have learned with me. The way I told you, like first you write all for the present, and then you can, in the similar way we put in for past, and in the similar way we put in for the future. Now for some time, let us keep the tenses aside. Now today we are going to learn about the 4 types of sentences that we need to learn the tenses. Okay, let us study that. So here I will tell you about the types of sentences which we need to study these tenses. So herein you can just look into, and if you are writing it, please write it. Number one, it is, we call it as positive sentence. And the second, it is, we call it as negative sentence. And the third sentence will be interrogative sentence. And after that, the fourth tense will be interrogative and negative. So here I'm going to write interrogative and negative sentence. So let me just repeat it once. So to learn the tenses, we are studying these 4 types of sentences. Number one, positive sentence, then it is negative sentence, and then it is interrogative sentence, and the last it is interrogative and negative sentences. Now with all these 4 sentence types, I will be giving you 2 examples to make you clear. Alright, let us start with the positive sentence. Positive sentence, as the name, it is clear that anything that is positive and doesn't include negative. For example, I give you very basic example. So to make you clear, I go to school. So here this is a positive sentence. It's very plain. Next it is, he loves to eat. He loves to eat chocolate. He loves to eat chocolate. So these can be 2 examples of positive sentences. Where anything is positive, there is no negative. Now, let us study about the negative sentence over here. I can use the same examples in order to make you clear. I go to school is positive, and the negative of it will be I do not go to school. I do not. This not will show that it is a negative sentence. Now similarly for the next example also, he loves to eat chocolate. I've written for the positive. He does not, let me erase it. He does not love to eat chocolate. So here, because of not, this sentence will be of a negative sentence. Okay. Now the third sentence that we are going to study over here is interrogative sentences. Interrogative sentence. Interrogative sentences, as the name suggests, it is some interrogation and asking the questions. The questioning is there. So the same examples could be, I do not go to school. And here I can change into interrogative like this. Do I go to school? And in the end, it will be a question mark. Do I go to school? And the next sentence will be, again, I'm going to change the same sentence into interrogative. Does he love to eat chocolate? And a question mark in the end. So these are the examples of interrogative sentences, like, do I go to school? And does he love to eat chocolate? The fourth sentence type which we are going to study is interrogative and negative sentences. Now, using the same examples, the first one, it is, I have given an interrogative, do I go to school? Now I have to add some negative thing also in it. So to make it interrogative and negative. So I will just simply add over here, do I not go to school? And the sentence will be of interrogative and negative sentence. And the second sentence over here is, does he love to eat chocolate? Is interrogative. Now here I'm just going to add not, and the sentence will be interrogative and negative. Like, does he not love to eat chocolate? So these two examples are of interrogative and negative sentences. Till here, I hope the things are clear to you. These four types of sentences we studied only to learn the tenses. Otherwise, sentence structure is a different topic, and types of sentences, there are other types of sentences which I will make a separate video. Okay, now coming back to our tenses, today we are going to learn the first tense of English grammar of tenses, which is very important tense. This tense is the most used tense everywhere, wherever we use it. Okay, so what was the first tense over here? Simple present. Also, what I told you, we call it as present indefinite. Now, for this tense and for all the tenses that we are going to study further, we are going to learn four types of sentences for each of the tense. Like in simple present, I will learn how to structure the sentence in positive sentence, negative sentence, interrogative and negative sentence. So in any situation it comes to you and you are able to frame the sentence. Okay, let us first learn about the rules, and then in the end I will tell you the usage. So here first I'm going to make the sentence with the positive sentence. I'm going to tell you the rules with it. Positive sentence. The rules will be singular subject. I hope you are clear of what is singular subject. Singular subject means something that is one. For example, I can say he, she, it, my mother, my brother, my sister, and so on. These are all singular subject. That means which is one. Plus, here I am going to add word first form. The first form of the verb. This I am telling you the sentence structure. Plus, here we are going to add s or es to it, to the verb. Plus, the last will be object. Okay, now here, let me give you the example which will make it very clear. Singular subject. It is he. I have taken the subject. And any verb, let me take a very simple one. He cook. And here I'm going to add s or es. He cooks. And now the object can be he cooks the food. So here the sentence he cooks the food is an example of positive sentence of simple present. And remember the important thing over here that the students make the error over here while speaking, while writing, it is they don't add s or es to the verb while speaking. Suppose the error that many students make, and might be you would be making, like we say he cooked the food. So he cooked the food is wrong. When you're saying in simple present, it would be like he cooks the food. You have to add s. This is very important thing. Let me give you one more example of this tense. She, and I've taken the singular subject and the other verb. We will be taking different verbs in all the examples. She read, and here I have to add is. She reads the book. Okay, one more example I'm giving to you is my son. Let me erase it and write it. I'm going to write over here my son, and now I'm going to add the verb go, and then I have to add s or es. My son goes to school. So here see I have added the verb es. Okay, now In positive sentences, we have studied about the singular subject. Now we are going to learn about the plural subject. I want you to make examples using this singular subject so to make it very clear. Now the next rule will be, it is plural subject plus verb first form. Here, what is the difference between singular subject and plural subject is, here we don't add s or es. So it is simple, plural subject plus verb first form plus object. So the rule will be plain. What is the difference between the singular subject rule and the plural subject is just the adding of s or es. Now plural subject is something which is more than one, like we can say we, they, children, my friends. So all these are plural subjects. Okay, now let me give you example. For example, I can say we, and then let me take any word, we sing. Here I'm not going to say we sings, it's wrong. We sing, and the object can be we sing the song. Okay, and another example can be, I can say they, and I'm taking the verb over here, play. They play in the park. They play in the park. So these are the two examples of plural subject, of positive sentences only. Now next it is, here we have learned about positive sentences. Now the next rule will be of negative sentence of the same tense. Okay, so for the negative sentence also we are going to study about two rules. One, it is the singular subject, and the other is the plural subject. So the rules for the singular subject, it is singular subject plus does not. Also we can say it as doesn't. So both are correct. Does not is also correct, and the contraction doesn't is also correct. Plus word first form plus object. So here with the verb we are not going to add s or es. So it is just the simple rule, singular subject plus doesn't plus verb first form plus object. So here I give you the example of it. Singular subject can be like, I can say my mom, and I can say doesn't, and then I can use a verb over here, my mom doesn't scold, and then the object can be me. So here I can say my mom doesn't scold me. My mom doesn't scold me. Now here only I'm going to write with the plural subject, so to make you clear the rule. So see the rule, you can just identify the difference also. So it is like the plural subject plus, here we are using does not, but in the plural subject I'm going to use do not. Plus verb first form plus object. So the plural subject can be here, let me take children do not go to school. Children do not go to school. So here it is, I have used do not, but in the singular subject we use does not. And the way to remember it is, with the singular subject, as I told you in the positive sentences, we add s or es. So similarly, you can remember in singular subject we add es. So that means it is for the singular one. And with the plural, we are not going to add es or es, because in the positive sentences also we don't add s or es when making the sentence. So this is clear to you with the negative sentences. Now the third sentence type which we are going to study in the same tense, it is interrogative sentence. Which tense it is? Interrogative. Now I'm changing the rules here, so you will get the idea how you can memorize the rule. See, I'm going to do it in a very simple way out. First, what if interrogative means the question word or the helping verb will come in the beginning. Like does, I can say here does, and then the subject does plus singular subject, and it is plus verb first form plus object and the question mark. Question mark in the end is very necessary. Does plus singular subject plus verb first form plus question mark. So let me give you the same example. Does, and the singular subject I have used, it is Does my mother, and the verb form is scold and the object is me. So I can say like this, does my mother scold me? Next rule with plural subject will be do plus plural subject plus verb first form plus object and a question mark. Question mark in the end is necessary because it is interrogative sentence. So here I can say, do children go to school, and a question mark in the end. So I will use the example, do children go to school. So these are the example of interrogative sentences. That means the question mark will come in the end, the helping verb will come in the beginning, and after the helping verb it follows the subject, then the verb, and then the object. Now the last sentence type which we are going to study in this sentences, it's very simple, interrogative and negative sentence. So I will show you here only like how to memorize this interrogative and negative. So here I can say does plus singular subject plus not plus verb first form plus subject. Like also I can say over here it is, let me tell you the another way out of writing. Here I have written does plus singular subject plus not plus verb first form plus object, and also I can use this sentence structure in a negative in contraction. Doesn't plus singular subject plus verb first form plus object. So I can either write it is in the first way out, does plus singular subject plus not plus verb first form plus object followed by question mark, or I can write in the contraction form like this, doesn't plus singular subject plus verb first form plus object and a question mark. Okay, let me give you the example using both the way outs. I will say, does she sweep the, does she not, see here I missed, does she not sweep the floor? So here I have written, does she not sweep the floor, followed by a question mark. And the same sentence in the interrogation negative, using the contraction I can say doesn't, and then she. So here I'm not going to use not because I've already included over here. Doesn't she sweep the floor? Okay, so what I have done over here, when I'm writing with not, I will be using not after the subject, but when I'm using the contraction, I won't be using not over here because it is already here. Doesn't she sweep the floor? Now similarly for the plural subject, let me edit it over here only. So the rule will be like do plus plural subject plus not plus verb first form plus subject followed by a question mark. And the another will be, the contraction will be also similar. Don't plus, here it is, plural subject. Don't plus plural subject plus verb first form plus subject. Okay, so the last example I'm going to give you over here, it is like do plus, do we, I have to use the plural subject, it is, do we not sweep the floor? And similarly with the contraction I'm going to say, don't, here I'm also going to change the subject, don't we sweep the floor, followed by the question mark. So with interrogative and negative, the plural subject rules will be do plus plural subject plus not plus verb first form plus subject followed by the question mark. And if I'm going to write the contraction, don't plus plural subject plus verb first form plus object. And the examples could be over here, do we not sweep the floor? Or I can say in the contraction, don't we sweep the floor? I hope till here you understood about the sentence structures. Now I'm going to tell you the uses, which is very important, like where to use these kind of sentences. Okay, let me tell you about the uses. There are 3 to 4 uses which are very important and you should remember them. The first usage, we use it in our daily routine. So that means whatever you do from morning till night, you are going to use it in simple present tense. For example, I say I wake up in the morning, I brush my teeth, then everything, whatever I do from morning till night, I will be using it in simple present tense. The second usage could be, it is universal truth. What is universal truth? Universal truth is something that is not going to change, whether it is in the present tense, past tense, or future tense. For example, I can say the example, it is the earth revolves. Here I have added is because the earth is the singular subject. The earth revolves around the earth revolves around the sun, because it's a universal truth. Whether it is in past also the earth revolves around the sun, in future also the earth revolves around the sun, and in present too. So that means in any universal truth we will be using the same example. Another example could be of universal truth. The sun rises in the east. The sun rises in the east. So these are the example of universal truth. And the next usage it is, the fourth usage, to talk about something that is fixed in the future. To talk about something that is fixed in the future. For example, I can say the bus leaves at 8 a.m. Hurry up. I hope till here you are clear with simple present tense. And if you have any queries related to this tense, you can ask me in the comment section. Also expect you to go to the comment section and make sentence with each of the sentence types I taught you, whether it is present, in simple present, positive sentences, negative sentences, interrogative, interrogative, and negative. And if you're new to my channel, please do like, comment, and subscribe. Last usage which we are going to learn over here, it is the third usage, to give instructions. To give instructions. For example, I can say, don't open the box. So here what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you the instructions. Don't open the box. Also, I will daily be uploading one video of all the tenses which are following. The next tense which I'm going to add, another video will be of present progressive or present continuous. And if you're new to my channel, please do like, comment, and subscribe. And thanks for watching.